Holy cow. Our opponent lets the Lurrus die? Greetings, everyone. I am glad you are here, and I am glad to be here. Today's jank is in Historic, and you guessed it, we're on Peer into the Abyss. This card reads, target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in their library and loses half their life round up each time. So, it's one of those cards where you can cast it on yourself. You know, draw like 10 cards, lose like 10 life or whatever, you know, or draw like 30 cards, lose like 10 life or something, you know. But no, that's not what we're about here. What we're trying to pull off is Underworld Dreams Peer into the Abyss. Whenever an opponent draws a card, Underworld Dreams deals 1 damage to that player. Yeah, that's right. 1 damage to that player. And then when we make that player, target player, draw half their library, 30 cards, lose half their life, sure. But also take 1 damage per card drawn? Yeah, feels good, man. You see what we're on about here. We have 4 Underworld Dreams, it's true, but we only have 2 Peer into the Abyss. Not a very reliable number. So in order to search that up, we've got 3 Grim Tutors. A little scary here. The life loss very relevant, especially when you're pairing it with Thoughtseize. Heavens knows. 2 damage apiece here. Agonizing Remorse, 1 damage apiece here, and 3 damage. Holy cow. We're going to have to protect our life total, no question about it. So, how are we going to do that? Fear not. We have lots of removal, folks. 2 Languish. I think just 2? Extinction Event? Yes, 2 Extinction Events. Hard to see that number there. 1 Ritual of Soot. Then we have 4 Murderous Rider, a Heartless Act, and Eliminate, 4 Bloodchief's Thirst, as well as the 6 Hand Disruption spells, all of which providing us removal. But Murderous Rider, of course, I think it is very relevant. The other side of Murderous Rider is a 2/3 lifelink. Hopefully gain back a little life. We may be paying with our Grim Tutors and the like. Also, Dread Presence. This is a Dread Presence deck. We're almost all swamps, right? And Dread Presence allows us to deal 2 damage anywhere and gain 2 life. It also allows us to draw a card and lose a life. So very, very strong card as long as we're playing swamps, which we should be with regularity. But make no mistake, folks, we're in this for the long game, and we're looking to peer people out. So let's see if we can do just that. All right, folks, here we are up against Deck Story. I think we're going to keep it. This is a little scary. We have the whole combo, right? We need to draw lands, though, and that's very important. We do, fortunately, have a couple of Thoughtseize to hopefully slow our opponent down. Wow. Okay. All these Curious Obsessions, not great for us if they ever find a creature. We're going to go ahead and give them an extra turn here so that we can Thoughtseize and hopefully hit something relevant. Holy cow, they drew the 4th Curious Obsession, folks. Good lord. Well, we're going to go ahead and slam an Underworld Dreams. Pray they didn't draw a counterspell. That would be unfortunate. Oh, Spectral Sailor. Okay, well, that's not ideal. But fortunately, if they draw 1,000,000 cards, they're going to take a lot of damage. And, of course, we do have Murderous Rider to answer the Spectral Sailor as long as they don't draw counter magic. So they would have to get both blue magic and counter magic. Or, I mean, blue mana and counter magic so as to prevent our removing the Spectral Sailor. It's not blue mana. It's, in fact, a green mana. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and shoot this little fella right there. Indeed. Go down to 12, though. Not great. Opponent dropping to 17 with the card for turn. It is true we could have waited for them to cast the extra Curious Obsession there, but it gives them opportunities to draw cards that, you know, off the top of their library. It could be they've already got counter magic, and this could really get them in, give them an opportunity to draw out of the mess they find themselves in. We, of course, just need a... All right. We don't need a ton here to get back into, or to get press home our advantage, right? The fact that we have the combo already means we basically just need to draw some lands and stuff. We have the Dread Presence to draw more cards later on if need be. It also serves as removal itself. Deals 2 damage to any target, we gain 2 life, as long as 2 damage will kill the target. Well, there you go. Right? Okay, so let's try and Murderous Rider in. See what our opponent has to say about it. Alright. Damage comes through. It's now a tie ball game at 14 apiece. We're trying to resolve... We're trying to resolve an Underworld Dreams here. In fact, it appears as though that will happen. It does. Opponent now going to be taking 2 cards per card draw, or 2 damage per card drawn, which is a lot. They take the card for the turn, going to drop to 12. Curious Obsession is going on the Spectral Sailor. Our opponent says, no fear. Let's take it to the house. And sure enough, going to draw an extra card with Spectral Sailor, 2 damage going to the face for us, but 2 damage also going to our opponent's face as well from the Underworld Dreams. Indeed, the turn is passed. Let's go ahead and progress to combat, see if our opponent lets us connect with the 2 life-linking damage here. There is kind of a stop going on here. They have some kind of response. I assume it's just Spectral Sailor's draw ability that is slowing things down. But, alright. Dread Presence. Trying to resolve it. We are saving our land drop, of course, so that we can play the swamp afterwards. It does leave us open to soft counter magic. Specifically, Jwari Disruption would be a fairly common card for this type of deck to play. Okay, no soft counter. It's just a Sinister Sabotage. Hard counter indeed. Well, we're not going to worry about it then. We're just going to go ahead and play our land. Opponent going to take 2 damage. From 8 down to what appears to be 6. In fact, that's the number. And our opponent Growth Spirals for a brand new card land drop. Yes, Breeding Pool tapped. But Growth Spiral, of course, making our opponent draw a card means they take 2 more damage because we have 2 Underworld Dreams in play. Ladies and gentlemen, our opponent down to 4 does not attack and loses their Curious Obsession because of it. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and move towards combat, see what our opponent has to say. Murderous Rider trying to get in. It's a Night Pack Ambusher. Coming on down. Going to block our Murderous Rider. Sure. We gain 2 life anyway. Murderous Rider goes to the bottom. We're going to go ahead and just fire off Extinction Event on even. Get rid of the Night Pack Ambusher. Our opponent now takes 2 more damage, down to 2. And of course, it's not looking good for Dextery. That's not to say that they're dead here. They could have a bounce spell. Okay, yeah. They would have had to have a bounce spell for Underworld Dreams. Play... No, I think they were just dead, actually. Because they would have had to draw the bounce spell. I was thinking they could play the Curious Obsession, draw another card. And that would have also had to be a bounce spell. But we get to play another Underworld Dreams next turn. So yeah, they were just dead. Good game, Dextery. Good game. All right, folks. Well, I guess we're in the same spot we were in. 2-lander on the play. You hate to keep it, but here we are, keeping it. We do need a land. Hopefully our opponent's deck isn't going to mill all of our lands over. It's all Seed of Life's Bounty. Oh boy, that almost certainly means our opponent is on the Blue-White Auras deck. Yeah. Oh boy. We need a land deck. Don't fool around with us here. Got to be a land. And it's got to be this turn. Head on to Vanguard. Sure. Opponent coming in for 1 point of damage. Land, please land. Yes, thank heavens. Holy cow, folks. We are not even thinking about it. Gonna snap off Phyrexian Arena. so that we can draw extra cards and hopefully hit some land drops here. This Languish, very, very important for our game plan. Tranquil Cove coming on down. Opponent going to advance their own board with an Adanto Vanguard. Sure. Yep. Oh boy, how about that? Well, this is problematic, but no land. Yeah, just gonna shoot the All-Seed of Life's Bounty. It's the only one that will stay dead. Our opponent can pay a lot of life here, and there's no problem. Holy cow, folks. Really desperately, desperately, desperately need our opponent to... or our deck to provide us with a land here. All right. And land? Oh, thank heavens. Okay, thank heavens. I mean, we're not out of this, right? We're still in very, very difficult shape. No question about it. If our opponent drew a land here, we're likely still kind of super dead. All right, so Dread Presence. Coming on down. We need a land again. We keep saying that, but I keep meaning it, right? Staggering Insight. Okay, well, that's not great news. Well, okay, I guess. Gonna drain over there. Back up to 4. Going to kill the Core Spirit Dancer. Back down to 2. Get in for 3, because what else do we do here, folks? Holy cow. We are fighting for dear life. All right, here comes Luris, and sure enough, things get real annoying from here. It's Selfless Savior, as expected. And another Selfless Savior from hand. Oh, no. All right, well. Dread Presence. We're doing it this way so that we're sure to gain the life here. Holy cow. Our opponent lets the Luris die? What? Oh, opponent, that was a punt, my friend. That was a punt. So, okay. For what it's worth, I think we were actually going to kind of be getting back into this game. Because we were sure to get another couple of life next turn as well. So we were going to be able to stay in it. But you've got to figure 4, 5, 6. So next turn we get to swamp, gain our life back or whatever, but then hit them with an Underworld Dreams and probably even another Underworld Dreams, though maybe it's Murderous Rider, I guess. Yeah, so I guess Underworld Dreams, Murderous Rider. And then the following turn, we just get to Peer into Abyss. So we were going to combo kill our opponent there. I don't think they could rebuild fast enough to prevent that. So, yes, they punted, but I think we still had them. So, good game, opponent. Good game. Holy cow. Good grief, gosh, and golly. Folks, this hand is pretty iffy. We're up here against Moises, and oh boy. Pay 2, 4, 6, 7 life? Are you kidding me? On the draw? If our opponent's on mono red or something, we're just dead, right? We can't win. Let's try for a different hand. Okay, yeah. This at least has some interaction in it. I think we are going to go ahead and toss back the Grim Tutor, believe it or not. We already have half our combo in the Underworld Dreams. Oh, boy. All right. Well, we're going to take that Bruvok. Not going to think twice about it. Opponent going to hit us with that Ruin Crab Mill and the Ruin Crab Beats. We have learned our lesson, opponent. We have learned our lesson to be certain. Please, sir, may I have another, as they say. All right, Ruin Crab. Doing Ruin Crabby things. Another Bruvok! Oh my gosh. All right, well, fine. We were thinking about firing off Murderous Rider on the Ruin Crab, but I think we're going to wait one more turn and just Ritual of Soot both of these fellows away. It's possible that's wrong. Maybe since we knew the Maddening Cacophony was going to be coming, we were supposed to just Murderous Rider the Bruvok right now. But I'm worried as soon as we do this, our opponent's just going to have another Ruin Crab or something, and then we just die, right? As it is, we've stabilized, and now we have potentially the ability to recover, right? All right, opponent dropping to 17. Moises plays a Glass Pool Shore and scoops him up. Oh, my word. Heavens to Murgatroyd, folks. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, presuming these cards didn't do much, right? I don't know precisely what they were, but probably nothing very exciting, right? And so they knew we were going to get to slam a Murderous Rider. We probably have other controlling elements, they're assuming. And, yeah, just didn't want to be in that game anymore. Fair enough, opponent, fair enough. Good game. Okay, folks, this is another one of those hands where we're just paying so much life. Look at this. 2 from the Swift End, 2 from the Thoughtseize, and 3 from the Grim Tutor is 7 life. I do think we're going to keep it because we're on the play. We get to Thoughtseize on the play. Hopefully that mitigates some of this life loss. Oh, boy. It is not going to mitigate much of this life loss. It's possible Thoughtseize was the Shadow Spear was the right one to take there, because it's going to gain our opponent quite a bit of life over the course of this game. But I think their life total should be relatively irrelevant once we take over the game. Okay. Let's just hold on. Opponent trying to decide if they want to shock our face. I think they do. Yep. Going to play a land and a Bone Crusher, almost certainly. Yeah, we're going to Murderous Rider. Not gonna think twice about that at all. Gonna try and get our Murderous Rider down here to hopefully be able to get in for a wee bit of lifelinking damage. Would be nice. Gain some of this life back so that our Grim Tutor is not scary against the burn deck, right? Opponent not going to give us that chance. Nope. Lightning strikes our Murderous Rider, going straight back to the bottom. We do get to shuffle with Grim Tutor here, but dropping to 9, a little bit of a scary proposition. Oh boy, that's Castle Locthwain. Interesting. All right. Opponent does not stomp our face. Okay. Scorch Bitter, you got it. Okay. Well, folks, this is terrifying, but we're going to do it because this is a no fear style stream. All right, the Bone Crusher does in fact hit our face this time. Don't worry, opponent. We're also going to hit our face. Yep. There you go. 3, 4, 5, 6. I really don't want to die, you know? That is a terrifying prospect. I think we might be better off just having these as Mastermind's acquisition. We might even make that change, because we have already paid a lot of life, and it only seems to keep getting worse here. As we Bone Crush, take 2 more, down to 6. Opponent? I mean, yes. We know what cards they have in hand, and they can't do anything. So, oh boy, that's a good one. Unfortunately, we've got to wait for a swamp, I guess. It's possible we're supposed to Grim Tutor for 1, because this gains 2 life back when we do that, but we can't do it all this turn anyway, right? So, because we would have to play the land before we played our Dread Presence in order to Grim Tutor and Dread Presence in the same turn. So, yeah. Not quite where we want to be. Mr. Smith, maintaining all of the priority. Not quite sure why that's the case. Wanting to make sure to get, you know, as much use as possible out of their timeouts, I guess. Which, all things considered, I guess is fine. Oh boy, that's a mountain. Can we get a swamp? Oh, that would be great. Swamp, please. Oh boy, there we go. All right, yes, please. Okay, so Dread Presence. Yep, opponent going to read it. This is fine. There isn't anything you can do to stop this. They can use their Lava Coil on it when it rolls around to their turn, but we do get to deal 2 damage and gain 2 life here. So I think we might actually just Grim Tutor for another Dread Presence here, believe it or not. And pray for a swamp on top. That's what we really need. Yep. Your turn, opponent. Your turn. Contemplating all of the different ramifications of this. If there is a 3 damage burn spell on top, we just die, right? It's not. It's a mountain. Lava coil. Coils are lava. Sure. And I mean, Smith is holding on to that priority. That's priority is important. Definitely need to know that you can take as much of your turn as you want. All right, so yes, Dread Presence. 2 damage anywhere, gain 2 life. We're, of course, going to draw the card as well, but there's no reason to do it now. Because it will cost us a single life. Since we are empty-handed. Did our opponent draw enough damage to kill our Dread Presence? Let's find out. Did indeed. Okay, well, let's draw a card. Down to 6. It's another swamp. Darn it. We loved having swamps when we had Dread Presences. We do not love having swamps now. No, folks. Don't be like this. Not like this. Our opponent thinks they're flooding out, and we're on 10 lands, you know? Okay, well. Yeah, we're 100% going to cash this in right now. Not going to take a second thought on that matter. Opponent lightning strikes the Murderous Rider. Wow. Okay. I think that was absolutely premature there. I don't know what's in their deck, but it feels like that's the sort of thing where our opponent could have waited until their turn just to see. They could have drawn another 3 damage burn spell, right? That Shadow Spear is really annoying here. Yep. Castle Locthwain doing its thing. Okay. Yep. Gonna lose some more life all the way down to 3 here. Holy crud. But that Spear going to cause us some headaches, so... Murderous Rider, off the top. Headed your way. No, we're not going to fire off Agonizing Remorse. It just costs us a life, but we're not likely to be able to draw a card this turn anyway. We might just die, in fairness. They have probably quite a few 3 damage burn spells in the deck. Alright. Sure, Spear. Growing up to the size of a 1/3. Oh my goodness. So, combat. Smith, please. Very annoying. Really would like to have a shot here. Doesn't block. I wonder if they don't realize that maybe Spear is a... Oh, they were just playing around potential disfigures and stuff. Okay, I see. Wow, they do it now. Fair enough. Our turn. Alright. Agonizing Remorse. We're going to get rid of something in their graveyard, but we need to get this out of our hands so it doesn't keep costing us life when we draw cards. And we would like to hit a swamp this turn. So yeah, I mean, sure, I guess that guy. Swamp. Oh my gosh, we got there. Yes, please. Alright, 2 damage, 2 life. We're up to 4. We swing in for 2 more. Ladies and gentlemen, Smith drops to 11. We are at 6. We have 12 lands in play. Smith has 8 lands in play. This is Flood City. Oh boy, here we go, though. That is part of our combo. Very important. We're going to get in for 5 right now. We are going to see if we can get a land drop here. 1 card shouldn't be able to do like 6 damage to us all in 1 turn. Well, no, wait. Let's... this could be wrong. Okay, Smith drops to 6. Has a lava coil. Alright, fine. Yeah, that is actually not bad at all for us. Alright, so we're going to Murderous Rider, the Spear Spewer. 1 damage to everybody. So Smith gains 2. Goes up to 7. We drop to 5. We then drop to 3 from our Murderous Rider. Alright. Damage. 5/5. 13 lands in play. Grim Tutor. We're not casting that. Not this turn. Alright, we're going to get in for 3 damage with Dread Presence. Holy cow, folks. Yep. Smith gonna drop to 1. As soon as their turn begins, they draw the card down to 1. Can that single card deal 4 damage to our face this turn? No, it can do 2. And has lifelink. Oh my word. That is wild. Gain. Okay, they block here. Gain 3 up to 4. Go down to 2. Okay, so here's... No, if they get an instant speed burn spell off the top, they can kill us. Because they'll cast it in response to the 1 damage trigger. But if we attack, they trade here, go up to 4, we take them down to 2, we go up to 4, this is really tough, folks. I think we're just going to do this. I don't know. This is a very, very difficult decision, but we're going for it. Our opponent has to probably block the Dread Presence, I expect. Well, I mean, they have to block, yeah, something, right? I expect them to want or value getting the Dread Presence off the board more than whatever. So, okay. We go up to 4. They drop back down to 1. But they have 8 lands in play. If they have a creature, they can do a similar thing. If it's a hasty creature, they can play it and equip it. Ay, ay, ay. Same thing. Run it back. We would have won if we had gone, or if we had just let the damage happen last turn. Oh, okay. Well, no, never mind. This actually doesn't help. Because they go up to 4, now they take 2, but yeah, no, we're gonna just pray that it's not an instant speed removal spell or instant speed damage spell that they can cast on the stack. Please don't. Holy cow, folks, and the gamble pays off. Jeez. Holy cow. Oh my word. That was... My heart is going. Good game, good game. All right, folks, here we are back looking at the deck, and it was a lot of fun to play. We actually won a lot with it. Didn't really run into any problems. Honestly, if we had run into like a really, really controlling deck with lots and lots of counterspells, we might have. But when we ran into that deck, we just Thoughtseized away their counterspells and didn't really struggle too much. So, all that being said, you know, the one problem we did run into is we're paying so much life. So I think we are going to pull the Grim Tutors in favor of Mastermind's acquisition. It's slower, but it does give us access to the Wish board. I would expect to fill this with a bunch of additional hand disruption. I'll probably move 1 Thoughtseize over there. But then I'll put like some Duresses over there, or at least a Duress, maybe more than 1, but probably just 1. Thought Distortion will go over there. There'll be, you know, yeah, quite a few things like that. There will also be ways of gaining life, darn it, because that could prove to be a problem here. That being said, even though we played chicken quite a bit, didn't end up being punished too heartily for it, though I admit I'm sure if things continued on the way they were, there would be some number of problems, right? So there is that. That said, I did have a wonderful time. And speaking of wonderful times, I have a Twitch. I stream 6 nights a week, Sunday through Thursday, so I'll be streaming this very deck tonight, the night that we put this video up. So come on and into the stream and watch it get played some more. In the meantime, though, if you wouldn't mind commenting on, you know, maybe some of the changes you might consider making in the deck outside of the changing out Grim Tutors for Mastermind's acquisitions. And maybe even tell me what kinds of cards you might think of for the sideboard. That would probably help, because we're probably going to have to make that decision as well. That said, it was great having you, and I will look forward to seeing you all later.